Hi, I'm Milton Rendell and welcome to Real News Friday. Look, an interesting week. Sales 828, down about 20%, but keeping in mind last week was a real spike. So 828, still reasonable figures. That's certainly been in line with what we've seen over the previous 3 to 4 months. But the main thing that we saw was probably a fall in land sales, which caused a spike the previous week. So we go from one extreme to the other on land. Obviously, land is in high demand, and obviously the builders are quite active. In terms of stock on the market, there's 8,360, which is similar to numbers to what we've been seeing in previous weeks, and we seem to be maintaining around that. Now, an interesting one, talking to the other offices and other agents I know, we seem to be having a greater surge in people starting to make inquiries about what to do in 2022 in terms of selling, and we're doing a lot more appraisals. So a lot more people appear to be doing their homework, now looking more at their options. And I think I'd said that earlier in one of the vlogs that we had done, talked about there was probably a backlog of people who hadn't had a lot of activity or hadn't done the things they were intending to do probably early in 2020 when COVID first hit. So I think we've got a bit of a backlog of properties that will come to the market as a byproduct of that, and we will see where that takes us in terms of probably early 2022 in terms of pricing, because obviously as we have an increase in stock we may see a small slowing. I'm doubting it, but we may have just in case. So the market at the moment, I think we may see a few small pauses as we go along, but overall the market still, compared to where we were 3 to 4 years ago, still going quite well. So don't misunderstand that. Things are still going, but there will be variations depending on suburb and price ranges as well. And we are seeing a good range of inquiry, particularly under the 450 mark in around the Midland Swan View area. Probably quite a surge on that, and particularly around Midland, it's probably the highest inquiry rate I've seen probably for 4 to 5 years. So there are some positives happening, but they're in different pockets within the metropolitan area, and people got to understand that when you do hear of information about the market, it may be about a certain pocket, but not the overall market. Our rental's still in fairly high demand. There's only 2,236 properties available, although it was slightly down last week in terms of properties let. But that seemed to follow the other trend of the previous week. So we've had a surge, now we've probably had a little bit of a dip, but we're still in and around where we were. Now, just some local news. Our office is located in the Junction building on, the Catalyst building on Junction Parade. And basically we've had the park up the road, which most people would know. It's Weepy Park, and with there was a new park being constructed, or playground being constructed behind the park. That's now being completed. I imagine there'll be some sort of launch to that soon, but kids are starting to play on it and it's looking fantastic. We're seeing a lot more activity around the park, and that's great to see. So that's good to see there's some benefits coming into the area, particularly in the park, and seeing people using the facilities there. It is a lovely park and it is in a great location, so I encourage people to go down and have a look. The work they've done is terrific. In terms of what's happening in the street of the Junction where our office is, we've seen a lot more activity. People are obviously now discovering it more and more, so we're getting more flow through traffic, and the Catalyst building in itself has been a success story, as we well know. Fully let, has been for 12 months, and we're just coming up to the 12-month anniversary of our tenants moving in. So it's been a really good experience, I think, for everyone overall. I think Midland itself, plenty of things happening. Everyone saw the old Taco Bell. There's a queue as long as your arm last week, so that was interesting, funny to watch. Amazing how fast food attracts a lot of people, but that'll settle down. But what it has done, it's brought some more employment to the area, and as we see more development and more employment in the area, things will continue to improve. For the meantime, if you want to know anything about real estate, check out realestateplus.com. Welcome to give me an email or give me a call anytime. All the best for the weekend, and look forward to speaking to you again next week.